Are you curious what a cabin looks like on the Windstar Breeze and if it's worth the price? Well, come along with me and I'm going to show you our cabin, room 623, and evaluate it for storage, comfort, luxury, and tell you the pros and cons. Let me show you our room. So when you go in here, yeah, you got 625 right next to 623. And sometimes you do hear their door slamming. Okay, let's do our room tour, and please excuse it because we have been in here for maybe about 4 days. We had this very lovely sitting area with 2 comfy chairs, a love seat, and the coffee table. And of course, the highlight was this big, beautiful picture window. Our cabin was maintained spotless by Tony, our room steward. You know, he was always there at our beck and call, and turn down service at night was superb. Now, I don't know about you, but my husband, well, he overheats easily. So the air conditioning was important to him in our room, and it was perfect. We had no problems with it whatsoever, but we were lucky. I believe it was about a third of the ship not so lucky. One of the air conditioning units went out and it took 3 days to be replaced. But we had no complaints. Now the bed, it was comfortable, probably about medium firm, pillows wonderful, and the bedding was quality. And I liked that each of us had our own reading light that was positionable. Oh, and what about noise? You know, depending on your cruise cabin, well, that can be a problem. For us, it was really minimal. The only noise we experienced was when the adjacent room door slammed shut, and that was whenever they entered or exited, and that was it. Otherwise, pretty peaceful. Now, to me, this bathroom was really roomy for a cruise. But beware, there is a lip on the floor of the door here when you enter the bathroom, and you can easily trip on it, and you could have a bad fall. So yeah, got your facilities here, your towel racks, beautiful shower. Excuse swimsuit hanging there and other things. But yeah, and inside it has, I love these doors, by the way. Yeah, okay. So it has nice shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. And just look at that. Isn't that nice? It really is a powerful shower. And it can get hot pretty quick. So we'll go here. But these doors, they're just so nice. They really are. You got your mirror here. You got double sinks. Yeah. Shaving mirror here. Some shelves. And then underneath, you have some more storage. So, really like the bathroom. Very, very comfortable, and love the shower. Hey, and if you're enjoying this video, remember, do a thumbs up. It really is important for others selecting this video, and I would love to have you subscribe. And over here, we have the walk-in closet. Again, excuse it, but we are, let's see if I can get back far enough, okay? So you have all your cubbies here. Up here, you have your life preservers, which, by the way, it was the easiest muster I think I've ever had. And then plenty of hangers. You don't have to ask for any more. Hooks on the side. And then here, my husband's mess here. But over here, the room comes with 2 umbrellas if you need it. And these really nice robes. And just look at this nice robe. Windstar really is comfy. And they have slippers you can use too. So then we're hiding some suitcases down here too. And then your top one here, That's your safe. And then down below, just assorted. Here's some more towels. And then, yeah, actual clothes storage down there. So, really a large, large closet. Now, let's talk about outlets. I don't know if I've ever been on a cruise where there was plenty of outlets. When you have a phone and camera and laptop, you need to charge often. This room was limited in that there was no USB on either side of the bed, so we couldn't put our phones there and charge during the night. However, there were these outlets. This one was just great for my laptop, and this was at the desk area. And then under the TV were these outlets for USB and other charging. So we got by. And what about Wi-Fi? Well, I had the Wi-Fi package and it worked surprisingly well. TV was a good size. It didn't really swivel, so sometimes there was a little bit of obstructed view on the bed if you were on the side next to the bathroom. But it had a pretty good selection of movies and TV programs, but I would have liked to seen more. Remember what I said? Room service was available 24 hours a day. So hey, if you're going to be in your room watching a movie on the TV, you could even order popcorn or a snack. And under that, we have more storage. See? Yep, another blanket too. There was plenty of glassware that I have to admit we never ever used above the cabinet that included the mini fridge. And there was water here in these canisters, and it was replaced every day, and we could take them on our excursions with us. Okay, that pulls out if you're going to be making your own drinks, cutting up your fruit. And then just 2 drawers. Again, plenty of storage. And then down below here, this is where your refrigerator is. Okay. And since we had the beverage package, our room steward would put in the beverages that we like to drink in our mini fridge. So it was so convenient. Now, there was no coffee maker, but there was 24-hour room service. So really didn't matter. And this desk area here, well, that worked well when I'm working on my laptop or curling my hair. And the top one, which I find very hard to open. Oh, I can't get it. My husband can. That's where the blow dryer is. Now, location of a cabin is important too. And our cabin was located, of course, on the 6th floor, midship. And because of that, it wasn't as rocky when you got turbulence, which we did get one night. But for us, it was just kind of like being rocked comfortably to sleep. We didn't mind it at all. And our room was right adjacent to the elevator, which was really convenient because my husband at the time was using a cane. And I love the little touches, like this fruit basket. Fruit was replaced daily, and those grapes, oh, were they delicious. And then each night we got a new gift that kind of represented Tahiti, like this vanilla soap, because Tahiti has a lot of vanilla plantations. And we got this oil here, and it's a perfume lotion made with Tahitian gardenia petals, and even a card teaching common phrases in English, French, and Tahitian, and instructions on how to wear the gardenia petal that was left bedside. So we found this in our bed last night. It says, did you know islanders have an interesting custom of wearing a Tahitian gardenia flower behind their left ear, especially if they have a partner. On the other hand, those who are actively searching a partner place a flower behind their right ear. Good to know. So after talking with other guests, we were very happy that we chose not to select a balcony cabin. We saved money, and talking to other guests, well, they really just didn't use it. It is a French balcony, so it's more like a standing balcony, and it's not one that you can lounge and relax on. So with our huge picture window, we were very happy with our cabin. You know, our room really had everything we needed. The only thing I could say is there could have been a little bit more space for your luggage. Unlike many cruises, you couldn't fit luggage under your bed, and I had it hiding in some of the corners of the room behind the love seat and behind a chair. So other than that, the lip up into the bathroom and the lack of USB outlets next to the bed, we really had no complaints. In fact, if we were ever on the Windstar Breeze again, we would love to have the same room. So I encourage you, if you're looking at taking a cruise on the Windstar Breeze, think about room 623. And I hope you join me on our other Tahitian videos.